My beloved brothers and sisters, today, the 13th of Dhul Hajjah corresponds with the anniversary of the martyrdom of Fatima az-Zahraa alayhi salam, the first lady in Islam, the beloved daughter of our holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the wife of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the mother of Imam Hassan and Hussein, and the first lady in Islam. We have so many ahadith that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, according to the Prophet, has chosen 4 women over all the women of the world. 4 women. 2 from before Islam and 2 from Islam. The 2 that were chosen by Allah from before Islam are Lady Maryam, Mary, the mother of Jesus alayhi salam, and Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh. Those are the best women of pre-Islamic history, pre-Islamic time, according to our holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And 2 from the Islamic civilization, and they were Khadija, the first wife of the Prophet, the most beloved wife to the Prophet, his most devoted wife, and his daughter Fatima az-Zahraa alayhi salam. And obviously Fatima az-Zahraa is the superior by far over all other women, according to her own father Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Fatima az-Zahraa died while she was not more than 20 years old, young and a mother of young kids. She passed away shortly after the departure of her father. In fact, when the Prophet was passing away, Fatima alayhi salam was so impatient. She was weeping a lot, grieving a lot, to the point that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had to console her. And then he asked her to get too close to him. He whispered something in her ear to comfort her. And she kept quiet afterward. When the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam whispered in her ears, she kept quiet. She stopped crying. Then she was asked about what the Prophet told her that made her stop crying. She says, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave me the good news. What was the good news? She says, he told me, إِنِّي أَسْرَعُ أَهْلَ بَيْتِهِ لُحُوقًا بِهِ. I will be the first family member of the Prophet who will join him after his death. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, a young woman who is 20 years old only, why she should be so happy about joining her father? This shows, first of all, how attached she was to her father. And number 2, her perception of death is different than yours and mine. We're so scared of death, while in fact, dying is nothing for the good believers other than joining the high ranks of the believers and the righteous and the imams and the prophets. And number 3, it shows how oppressed she was after the death of her father. How mistreated she was after the departure of her father. That she chose death over life. It shows her disappointment and frustration with the ummah, with the people, with the community that did not honor its commitment to the Prophet and his family. It was only a few months ago that her husband Ali ibn Abi Talib was chosen before over 100,000 Muslims as the legitimate successor of the Prophet. And now, the minute the Prophet died, everything was changed. And Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam was forced to give bay'ah and pledge to other people. And obviously Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib was not afraid. When I said forced, that doesn't mean Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib was afraid. He wasn't a man to fear anybody. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam says, Wallah, لو اجتمعت العرب على قتالي لما وليت منها فرارا. If the entire Arab community, the entire Arab peninsula decides to come to fight me, I'm not going to run away. Imam Ali was extremely brave, but the only reason he surrendered is because he wanted to protect the community and the faith that was revealed to the Prophet. He put the Ummah above everything else. He was concerned about the future of Islam. He was wary of dividing Muslims, and he was very worried not to slip into a civil war. Obviously, Imam Ali was capable of fighting back, but on what cost? On the cost of running rivers of blood, shedding rivers of blood. Imam Ali alayhi salam did not think that's worth it. So he had to be patient, and he had to submit simply because he was looking at the big picture.